time to come and join me. And because of that, I'll do my best to really be more like specific, straight to the point. And I'm here for you guys. So please, if you have any question, anything, just let me know. The plan is I have few slides to share about Web of Science core collection, etc. And then we will be looking into, and mainly it will be like live demo where I will just show you the interface, I'll show you the platform, the tools, etc. And of course, I will answer all your questions and concerns. So again, many thanks for coming and joining me. And if in case I didn't see you before, this is me. Anas Abed. I'm your host today. I'm Senior Solution Consultant at Clarivate. You can reach me at any time via email, via WhatsApp, telephone, LinkedIn. I'm here to help. I'm here to support. I'm here to make things easier for you. So for the next like 50 minutes or so, I'll be covering Web of Science. I'll be speaking about the platform itself, and we'll be having more focus into the core collection, how Higher Education Commission can use it, what are the things available for you. And of course, as I mentioned, everything mainly it will be online demo where I will demonstrate, I will show you things, and I will take all your questions and try to answer them. So I'll be starting by letting you know about the Web of Science. So Web of Science is a platform. It's a platform which contains citation indexes and citation databases, which is in different formats. We do have journals, we do have books, we do have dissertations and theses, we do have patents, we do have data sets, we do have a lot of things. And it depends on your subscription, on the things that you enabled, you eventually will see, and of course the users will see what you have access to. In general, on this platform, you have access to thousands of journals. You have access to millions of dissertations and theses. You have access to millions of documents. You have access to billions of cited references. You have access to a lot of things all under the same platform. And at any time you would like to add more content or add more collections, it is very easy because at the end it will be on the same platform. As I mentioned earlier, the focus will be on the core collection, which is the heart of the Web of Science platform. So what is Web of Science core collection? Web of Science core collection, it has three content types. It has journals, it has books, and it has conference paper and proceedings. When talking about the journals, you have access to the best of the best journals in the world. So basically, what we are doing, we are connecting you with the best of the best journals among all 254 subject areas. Those journals, like it is now around 22,000 journals, they are grouped into 4 categories or 4 indexes. We do have some kind of selection process. I will speak about it in just like a minute. So we have the best journals ever, the best influential and impactful journals in the science. You will find them in the Science Citation Index Expanded. The best and the most influential journals in the social sciences, it will be in the Social Sciences Citation Index. The best and the most impactful and influential journals in arts and humanities, you will find it in the Arts and Humanities Citation Index. And we have also the best quality kind of journals among all subject areas. You will find it in Emerging Sources Citation Index. Beside the journals, you have more than 300,000 conferences in the Conference Proceeding Citation Index and a coverage of more than 150,000 books in the Book Citation Index. The question will be, Anas, why I need to use it and how to use it and what are the benefits of those kind of content. The content that you have access to can answer a lot of questions. Questions like, who are the best institution who provide a lot of papers in my subject areas? Who are the best authors in my subject areas? Who are the entity funding research in my subject areas? So I can be and I can know those kind of things. When of course you have a profile, you can see who's citing your work. So how I can establish some kind of connection and networking with people who I can work with in order to maybe produce a decent kind of research paper, who I can collaborate with, what are the places and the areas and the trends in my subject areas. All those kind of things you can find the answer by relying in the content on the Web of Science core collection, because again, you have access to millions of documents, billions of cited references, and all under one platform. When it comes to the content itself, we do have really a very strict kind of selection criteria. We want to make sure that you have access to the best content available. So if I want to speak about the journals, the journal itself, we do have 28 selection criteria in total, okay? 24 selection criteria related to the quality. So if the journal passed those 24 selection quality criteria, it will be indexed in the emerging sources citation index. And we do have additional 4 impact kind of criteria. If the journal actually managed to match and to do those kind of 4 impact kind of criteria, they will be upgraded and will be, it depends on their subject area. It will be either in the Science Citation Index Expanded, Social Sciences Citation Index, or Arts and Humanities Citation Index. So it is very important that we do those selection criteria. We have a dedicated team. They are not related to any publisher. They have their own selection criteria, which is available online, so anyone can see those selection criteria and make sure that if they have them, they can apply and they can add their journal into Web of Science core collection. So those people will make sure that we only index the best journals in the market today, because it is very, very important to find the best of the best available for our users. When we index any journal, we will actually index it cover to cover. We will put all the details, all the information, all the affiliation information, all the author information, complete kind of information, and make it available for you as a user. We keep updating the content every day. We keep monitoring the content. So if any journal is like really failing to match our selection criteria, it will be removed or it will be downgraded if it's in the flagship kind of citation indexes. And we also have funding information from 2008 till now. All the funding information will be available in the record. So this is what you have, and this is how you can really be assured that you have access to the best of the best. I'm mentioning citation index a lot. So if you don't know, or if you are not aware what is a citation index and the difference between citation index and the normal abstract and indexing database, in the normal abstract and indexing database, you will find the basic kind of bibliographic metadata information, which is the article, title, the author, and the abstract. While in the citation index database, beside that, you have the full kind of citations and references. So you will have, like, let's say a paper is citing 20, 30, 50, 100 reference. You will find all the citations with all the references available within the citation index and within Web of Science core collection. How can I benefit from it? And what is the benefit of those citation indexing? In the citation index, let's imagine that this paper was published in 2018. And this author or authors, they cited, like, let's say 50, 60 kind of references. And there's like a new paper published in 2022 citing this paper. So by knowing this citation and the reference and all those kind of things, I can go backward. I can see from where the idea started and how it evolved in the future. So you will have a complete kind of coverage from the past to the future. And in between, maybe you'll find some papers citing some of those references. So you can easily see related records. So basically, you can also find a lot of maybe similar kind of records, which you can count on to do your research and to know more about the topic and the subject you are trying to know about. So this is the beauty of the citation and the citing references. This is about Web of Science actually, and the content and the documents and the core collection. Before starting the online demo, I would like to highlight a few things. It is very, very highly recommended to create a profile when you access Web of Science. I know that usually for everyone at HEC, you can just go to webofscience.com. I believe it is IP authenticated, so you can access Web of Science. But by creating a profile, by creating an account in Web of Science, you can create your researcher profile. The researcher profile is similar to your, like, let's say, ORCID kind of profile, Google Scholar, ResearchGate, etc. But the beauty here is basically if you published anything and it is already indexed in Web of Science core collection, you can find it and you can promote it on your kind of researcher profile. People can see your work. If you reviewed some papers or journals, or if you were like in the editorial board of any journal, you can promote this. And because people and millions of people are accessing Web of Science, everyone can access your profile. They can see your impact. You can see also some metrics related to the citation, your impact, etc. And of course, if anyone is already creating this, you can also see his or her profile, which gives you a lot of visibility, and you can show your work to the whole world. Beside having this researcher profile, and when you create your own account on Web of Science, you can customize your experience. So basically, when you go there, you can see some kind of recommendation, you can create alerts, you can easily work and save searches, you can create lists, etc. And you can see some kind of recommendation. The system will recommend some papers, some documents related to your interest and your search. So this is also another kind of benefit when having a profile on Web of Science platform. And of course, beside me, I'm always here and ready to help and support you if you have any question, anything, but also on the platform itself. When you open the platform, you'll always see this question mark, and the question mark, you can easily access a lot of help files, a lot of kind of tutorials, recording, webinars, and also will provide you some kind of updates whenever we have any kind of updates on the platform, on the content. So this is your way somehow to stay up to date with anything you would like to know about. And of course, you can always access our support center to know more about anything you would like to know more about it. So this is about Web of Science as a platform and as a content. Now I'll start the live demo, but before starting the live demo, I would like to see if you have any question or anything before starting the live demo. Anything? Any comment? Yes, Mr. Muhammad.
Thank you, Anas, for the brief overview. I just had one question. You said that there are 28 criterions that have to be met for the index, for the journal to be indexed. Is that correct?
Yeah, so in total 28, but at least the journal should match 24 quality criteria to be indexed in the emerging sources citation index. And there is like 4 additional impact criteria. In case the journal match them, they will be upgraded to one of the 3 flagship citation indexes.
Okay, is it possible for a journal to have more than one, listing in more than one collections, like the 3 flagship collections you mentioned? Is it possible for a journal to overlap between the 2 collections, or the journal has to stay in one collection only?
So basically, the about the 3 flagship, it is like Science Citation Index Expanded, Social Sciences, and Arts and Humanities. So this is related to the subject of the journal itself. Some journals are multidisciplinary. Maybe they are publishing in different kind. There is like different topics and different subjects. So yes, maybe you'll find the same journal available in the Science Citation Index Expanded and Social Sciences Citation Index, because the materials that it publish, somehow it is into the science and into the social sciences. So to answer your question, yes, you might find a journal in different kind of citation indexes.
So let's take it further. There are 2 categories in which 3 are flagship collections and 1 is the emerging one. Am I right so far?
So as I mentioned, the journals, it is like we have 4 categories. Let's say it is 4 categories, or we have, let's say, 4 groups. Okay, if the journal, let's say that there's a journal in Pakistan, they match the 24 selection criteria for the quality criteria that we do have, we will index it as a first step in emerging sources citation index. Then when things are evolved and this journal become like more impactful and they match the 4 impact criteria, according to the subject, it will be just like upgraded to the right category or to the right index. science or social sciences or arts and humanities. And again, it depends on its, like, as I told you, it depends on the things which are published in this journal. Maybe some topics are related to, because to give you an example, sometimes in a journal in the like education, it will be somehow part of the social sciences citation index, and maybe there is some research related to arts, so also it will be categorized in those two kind of groups or two kind of citation indexes. Does this answer your question, Mr. Muhammad?
It does. It does. I have an additional one.
Yes, please.
So there is no chance that the journal would overlap between the fourth one, the one you said emerging. Like it can get promoted to the three flagship ones, but it cannot overlap between the emerging one and the flagship one.
Yes, because the emerging source, let's say that this is the initial stage, okay? This journal is now in the emerging sources citation index. And then it has, and it was like, there is like a lot of impact, then it will be upgraded. So no, if it's an emerging, it will not be like emerging and social sciences citation index at the same time. No, the journal should be here or there, you know? Emerging is the first step, and then it will be upgraded, because emerging is, let's say that it is the basic step, okay? And then when you gain the impact, you will be upgraded. So no way that the same journal will be on both, like the basic and the upgraded one. But in the upgraded version, somehow those three citation indexes, again, it depends on the nature of the research articles in that journal. So maybe because the topic covered it is somehow, it is into the science and into the social sciences, or social sciences and arts and humanities. You got my point? It's about the subject kind of thing. And by
I
the
did.
way,
I
Mr.
did.
Muhammad, tomorrow, inshallah, we'll be having another session on journal citation reports. So you'll find, we'll take some kind of examples where you'll find journals, it is in different and than one citation index. And it will be hopefully more clear to you.
Thank you. Thank you so very much.
You are most welcome. Dr. Abdullah, please go ahead. Dr. Abdullah Anwar.
Ubaid, any question from your side? Ubaidullah, Dr. Ubaidullah?
Maybe my mistake. No worries, no problem. Please, like as I told you, we'll have plenty of time, so I'll be with you. If you have any question, just like let me know. Now I will start the live demo, and because to be honest with you, I cannot access your actual kind of Web of Science account, I will do a demo on my Web of Science demo account. Okay, Dr. Ubaidullah, please, if you have a question, please go ahead. Dr. Ubaidullah Anwar, I can see that you raised your hand.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think there is a disruption. Am I audible now?
Your voice is not clear, to be honest with you. I cannot hear you well, but no problem. You can ask your question. I will try to understand. No worries. Dr. Ubaidullah, I'm really sorry. I cannot hear you. So if you want, maybe you can just like change your mic, or you can maybe write your question in the chat and I will answer it later. No worries. So this is Web of Science, ladies and gentlemen. So basically, again, as I told you, this is a demo account that I'm using just to show you. The actual one, I cannot unfortunately go to it. So basically, this is somehow similar. The only difference will be is the content that you have access to. So this is the content available for this account. In your case, maybe it will be more or less of the databases available for you. Okay. So what we need to know. We need to know that, as I mentioned, Web of Science, you can consider it as a platform, as a search engine to search the best journals in the market today, the most influential, the most like impactful, the best in terms of quality journals and books and conference paper and proceedings as well, because this is part of the Web of Science core collection. You can do search using the document. So let's say that you are into nutrition, you are into nanotechnology, you are into physics, you are into anything. You can come here and start your search into documents. I want to see and it is similar to any online database. You can just like search in any field. You can search in all fields or other fields as well. When you do like, for instance, topic, you will search the title, you will search the abstract, you will search the keywords. So it is like it's different kind of fields. You can easily just manage and create your own kind of search strategy or structure. Mr. Ubaidullah, I think he put a question here. I'm mentioning my question. Perhaps there's a connectivity issue. I need to know that is there any time limit for a journal to be ESCI? So if you mean that if there is like a time limit for the journal to be in emerging sources citation index, and then it will move to, and be upgraded, if this is your question, the answer will be it is not like this. It is basically when you are in emerging sources citation index, خلاص, and you already doing, you know, matching those 24 selection criteria, you will be there. At any time, if you do and there is like some kind of impact, you will be upgraded. But if you lose the 24 selection criteria, if you failed to do any one of those 24, you will be removed actually from the whole Web of Science core collection, you know. So it is very important that those 24 quality criteria be matched and be there all the time. Because, and by the way, again, it is available. So basically you can see, everyone can see those criteria, and they can make sure that there is, they are like somehow doing those. And by the way, because we have a full transparency, you will see that basically that everything is available online, and people can see it, can make sure that they can easily just go goes the editorial selection process. You can see here, if I'm interested in the journals, we'll tell you that what are those kind of things. And by the way, we are doing a constant kind of evaluation. So every time we continue monitoring those kind of criteria and make sure that a journal is really fulfilling those criteria. And I know it is not clear, but of course you can just like come here and you can understand more. And here we have a full kind of information. And by the way, our editorial board, the people who are doing those kind of evaluation, they are doing from time to time some kind of sessions to make sure that everyone is aware of those selection criteria. You can listen to a recorded one, and there is actually, I believe next week, let me just double check. There is actually, yeah, next week on Wednesday, there is a session, and this session will be like, it's called open house session. So team of the editorial board will do a live session where they will speak more about our selection criteria and the evaluation process. And of course, they will answer any question anyone has and need to know more about the selection criteria. So you are more than welcome to go and register to this session, and I will share the link as well in the chat later on if you would like to register and attend the open house session next week. Okay, hopefully this answered your question, Dr. Abdullah. Okay, so again, as I mentioned, this is your place. So there is another question, Mr. Muhammad Hussein. It is targeted towards journal, right? So basically, this session will be speaking about the selection criteria for journals. Yes, but of course, we have a selection criteria for books. We have selection criteria for conference paper and proceedings. So basically, but this session is about the journals one. And again, all the things I told you about, all the selection criteria for books and conferences are also available on our website. And you can easily just go and know more if you're interested in that part as well. Okay, so here, as I mentioned, this is the home page. I can search by documents. I can go and select my search fields. I can also search by cited references, which is something very, very important, that basically I know an article, or I know an author, or I know a book, and I need to see people who cited this and how this was cited. So also I can go and search by cited references. I can do a basic search or advanced search, which will give me more tools to somehow create my search structure and strategy. I can also search by researchers. So let's say that I would like to see the top researchers in University A, University B, or whatever, or I want to see a specific doctor, I know him or I know her, so I need to see their profile and what are the impact that they did, what are the things that they published, etc. I can do it from here, researcher kind of search. And as I mentioned earlier, that this is, as you can see, you can come from your IP without any problem. But to give you a better kind of experience, it is always recommended to come and register. The registration is free. It is very simple. I can click on register. I will fill in the information, the email address, the password, the first name, last name, and that's it. And you will get a link in your email. Just click on it and you'll have access to Web of Science and you create your profile. In case you already published some papers and they are there, once you log into your account, let me just go and sign in. According to the information you put, if Web of Science found any paper that you published and it's already available within Web of Science, we will say and we'll tell you that, by the way, Dr. Ubaidullah, we found like 5-6 papers where your name is there. Is those your papers? If yes, you can just add them to your profile. And you can also manage your profile. When you create a profile, you can come to this menu here. You can manage your profile. Maybe you can add your picture. You can add more details. People, they have sometimes a preferred name. They can put their preferred affiliation. You can start adding documents that you published. If you also reviewed some journals, you can also add it here. It is a way to show all your contribution or your impact, which is really, really great. And you can easily here, if you have an ORCID, for instance, if you have ORCID account, you can enable this automatic kind of synchronization between ORCID and Web of Science. So anything in your ORCID profile will be added automatically here. Anything you add in Web of Science will be added automatically to your ORCID profile. So this is also another way to do it. You can add publication manually. You can add publication by like uploading. You can add publication by searching within Web of Science. So it is very, very easy. And as you can see here, according to my name and my email address, the system say that, by the way, Anas, we found 2 publications under your name. So maybe this is you. Is this you? So I can come here. You know, this is my paper. Oh, no, sorry, this is not my paper. So I can add it to my profile or not. And even I can, if not, I will just like remove it completely. I say, no, this is not me actually. Thank you very much, but this is my mistake. So, and the system can suggest whatever it sees anything under your name, it can suggest that if this is you or not. Okay, so this is somehow how easy you can do it and how easy you can just like go and manage your profile. And because now I logged into my account, I can see that all the recent kind of searches I did, all the created alerts I did as well. I can see the recommendation based on my search. This is those things are only available when you have an account within Web of Science. Okay. Dr. Ubaidullah, about the H index and those kind of things, the answer is yes, and I will show it to you during my demo. No worries, I will show it to you, and you can see the impact of authors and researchers, their H index, their citation, etc. This will be part of my demo. But just like quickly, let me just like take you quickly to some examples. So let's say that, you know what, Anas, I'm into water treatment and the environment kind of work, and I would like to see some papers related to my work. So I can come here to topic, for instance, and I can search for water treatment. This is exactly as other online databases. If you would like to see or search for something and another thing, you can use the Boolean operators and. If you're searching for something or something else, you can do or. If you need a specific kind of thing, you can just put quotation mark. So this is somehow similar to any online database. So if I put it water treatment like this under the topic, it will search for water treatment in the title, in the abstract, and in the keyword. And because I put water treatment like this, so if water is mentioned in one place and treatment in another place, but both are in the same document, it will come. But if I'm searching for water treatment as is exactly, I think you're already aware that I can just put quotation mark. So in this case, instead of 544,000, I have 99,000. Few things just like to somehow reduce and to be more specific in the results. We are using AI as well. And part of the AI that we are using, the AI will create some kind of keywords that you can use to add to your query. So those quick keywords are actually AI generated. Those are related to the things that you are searching for. So let's say that, you know what, Anas, I'm actually into wastewater treatment. So I can just like click here. This will be added to my search, and as you can see, by default it will be or. If I need to change this and make it like water treatment and wastewater treatment, I can just come and make it include instead of exclude. And here you can see that I have down to 13,000. So a few things you can do which will enhance your results. Another thing that you can do is basically here we have a lot of facets here, a lot of filters that you can use. So we have a quick filters, and as one of the things that which is like people they would like to see is maybe open access. They can filter by open access and can see only the papers which are open access. So you can filter by open access, you can filter by early access. So early access, those are accepted papers from the journal, but they are not assigned to a volume or issue yet. So they will be like labeled early access. If you're interested in those, you can do it. If you're interested in review articles, not research articles, again, you can do it. As part of your subscription, you have access to something called essential science indicators. And this will give you the highly cited papers and the hot papers. Highly cited papers, we will list the papers which gained a lot of citations, make it in the top 1% of the highly cited papers in their field within a time frame of 10 years. And the hot papers, we will list the top 0.1% of the highly cited papers in a specific field within a time frame of 2 years. So this is another indication for the most impactful and influential kind of papers that you can also limit and filter by them. Enriched cited references, I will speak about it like later on. So you can use those kind of filters. So let's say that, Anas, you know what, I just want to limit to the open access. I'm not interested on things because I just need to see the things which are open access in order to access the full text. So you can do this. You can also limit to your preferred publication year, your preferred document type, your preferred researcher profile, categories as well. So you can limit to a lot of things, as you can see. So let's say that, okay, Anas, that's it. I want to see those results. By default, the results will be always according to relevancy. So as you can see here, the first one is from July 2024, the second one October 2023, then January 2020. So basically it is more into relevance to what you are searching for. But of course you can change this. Let's say that, Anas, I would like to see the newest first. So I can see this one will be published in March 2025. So you have access to it. And this is the first one. And also you can limit by or sort by the highest citation first. So this will list this paper. It has more than 1,800 citations. And as you can see, there is like indication here that this is a highly cited paper. And as I mentioned, highly cited paper is that it is among the top 1% of this field, environment ecology, and as of July, August 2024. So basically, this is considered a highly cited paper. And again, the hot papers, as I mentioned, top 0.1%. So those are the things that you can do. It is very easy, very straightforward. And let's say that, okay, Anas, this is lovely. I would like to open this and know more about this document. So I can see this is a review and I can see that this is the title. Those are the authors who did that. This is the source, Water Research. And because you do have access to Journal Citation Report, you can see the journal impact of this paper. I can see for 2023, the journal impact factor for this journal is 11.5. Make it in the Q1. I will speak about Journal Citation Report in more detail tomorrow, inshallah. So this is also something good. This is the abstract, the keywords, the classification, etc. So basically, everything you need to know. The funding, who funded this paper will have this information as well. We'll have all kind of information, just like quickly and available in front of you. And also something very, very important is the citation network. So this paper, it got 1,827 citations, and this is from the core collection. From, if we are considering other collections as well, all the collections that we have on Web of Science, there is more than 1,984 citations. It has 162 references. So as I mentioned during my presentation, if you would like to go backward, you can click on the references and see all the references that those authors count on when they produce their paper. This will be here with all the network, everything. And if you would like to go in like front or not backward, like forward in time, you can see and check those citations, and you can analyze the citation to see who's citing this paper, how they cited it, where exactly, in which area. So this is also a complete kind of amazing thing that you can do within the Web of Science. And also something really great, you can also see related records. So for this paper, it has 162 cited references. If I click on view related records, I can see all the papers who cite some of the references. So the first one, it has 50 shared references out of this 162, and this one is 27 shared references. So by this, I can see similar kind of papers, and I can investigate more, and I can know more about the thing that I'm searching for. So this is also something great that you can do as well. So this is the beauty of the things that you can do. And as I mentioned, we will list all the authors, all their affiliation addresses. So for this one, I can click on one, it will go down, and I can see this person from University of Bath in England. And this is the address and all the information that we have, the corresponding author as well. We can have his or her information with all the emails, all the information that we do have. And this is also another great thing, that you'll be in full control of all the things you need to know from your preferred kind of research paper. And also, because this is open access, I can get the full text either from the publisher side or from other repositories. So you can click on the link which will take you to the full text for this paper. This is a paper in Science Direct from Elsevier, and I can just like go and download the full paper, as you can see, in PDF format, because it is open access. So this is something also great. Mr. Muhammad, you have a question. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Anas. It says in the citation network on the image I'm seeing, it says that in Web of Science core collection, it is the same collection that we talked about in the earlier session, the 4 kinds. Is there any other collection on the Web of Science that does not fall in these 4 categories?
So in the 4 categories, as I mentioned, this is the journal side of the Web of Science core collection. So if I want to go back to my slides, just to make it clear, Mr. Muhammad, let me just go back here. So if you remember, I said in Web of Science core collection, we have more than 22,000 journals. We have more than 300,000 conferences. We have more than 150,000 books. The journals content, it is actually on those 4 indexes. Okay, so those journals are part of the Web of Science core collection, and they are into those 4 collections. If the journal matches our 24 quality criteria, it will be indexed here. There is 4 impact criteria. If the journal achieve them, it will be upgraded according to its kind of subject discipline. If it's into the science, it will be in Science Citation Index Expanded. into social sciences citation index or into arts and humanities citation index. This is Web of Science core collection, but we do have, as I mentioned, on the Web of Science platform, we do have other collections as well. We have ProQuiz citations and theses citation index. We have preprint citation index. We have Derwent innovation. We have data citation index. We have grant index. We have midline inspect. So we have a lot of other collections as well. Some of them are for us. We created those collections. Some of them, it is actually we are hosting those collections in our platform. So as the HEC, you have access to core collection, and if not mistaken, you have also ProQuiz citations and thesis citation index. So you have some other collections as well. When we are saying, and when it's like mentioned here, 1,827 citation, those are coming from the content in Web of Science core collection only. But here, time cited in all databases, it is 1,984. So if I'm interested here to see, I can see the things from different collections as well. So if I go back, I think it will be mentioned here. Let me just double see. No, it is here, I think. View citation, preprints. You can see the preprints who's citing this paper as well. So again, this is the number of citations that this paper gained from the Web of Science core collection content only, and here from the other collections which are in Web of Science as well. Does this answer your question, Doctor?
It does to some extent. You said in the earlier slide that there are 22,000 journals in those four categories. But
yes,
actually there are, and the next slide says that there are approximate 34,000 journals. So the remaining difference, is for the other indexes that are not included in the core collection.
Yes. So basically, because as I mentioned, in Web of Science platform, in the platform itself, it has more than 34,000 because we have journals here, for instance, we have journals in the Silo Citation Index, we have journal in the Chinese Science Citation Index, we have journals in Arabic Citation Index, in Zoological Record, etc. So basically, the number of unique journals in the whole platform, more than 34,000. The number of journals in the core collection is around 22,000. Clear?
Okay, that satisfies them. Thank you.
Lovely. Thank you very much. Okay. So we found our paper. We saw what are the things available. There is, by the way, there's something already available for you. It is called EndNote Click. EndNote Click is a service. It is something that can get you the PDF from a trusted source, either from the publisher side, either from a repository, even from your own subscription. So people can just go and do an account on the EndNote Click, which is very, very easy. I can click on products, by the way, here, and I can click on EndNote Click. This EndNote Click, you can create an account, and you can even go and add extension here. So wherever we are finding any PDF format for your paper, you will find it and you can download it and save it. Okay, so I can log into my account, and in this case, I will have now, this is enabled. So whatever it has anything saved as a PDF and found it, it will be saved in my, we call it here locker or our library. And you will find that wherever there is any PDF, we will work and we'll try to get you the PDF and you can save it on your machine. This is another way to get the PDF file for any interested article or document. Of course, when you have an account, you have a lot of things you can do. One of the things that you can do, you can create lists. So let's say that I'm really interested on those papers, the papers who are into wastewater treatment, and they are highly cited papers. So I can add or I can select whatever I want. So let's say that I want to select this page, which is 50 pages, and I can do and create a marked list. So you can add it to any created list in the past or create a new one. So I want to say that this is waste water treatment and highly cited papers. Okay, so I can create this. So I will have this list, so I can come back to it later. Maybe I would like to download it, I want to save it, I want to analyze it, and you can access always your list from this menu. Here you can see all your marked lists, and you can go and check and edit and do whatever you think it is better for you. Another thing also, if you are working with EndNote or any other reference management tool, you can export records in EndNote and EndNote Desktop if you have access to it, and RefWorks if you have access to, in any software which support RIS format. You can save it as Excel, you can send it via email. So you have a complete kind of things that you can do to help and support you with your research needs. Another great thing that you can do is, like here, we found 4,000 documents, right? We can do, and this is very, very important, we can analyze those results. So we can analyze those 4,000 results. And when I click on analyze results, I can view them from different perspectives and angles. So those papers, 4,000 papers, if I want to see those papers according to the Web of Science categories, I can see the majority are into environmental science category or subject area. We have more than 900 papers in the water resources kind of category or subject area, 880 engineering, environmental. So we will list them according to the Web of Science categories or subject areas. You can see them as a tree visualization and a tree chart, or you can even see them like an Excel, and you can export this table as well. I can see here, like under environmental sciences, there is 1,687 papers out of the number of papers that we have, which is 4,000 something, which is make it 41% of the overall. So we can say that, you know, we are into this kind of subject according to the number of papers. If you're interested to see only the papers under environmental sciences as a category, you can limit to those papers, and you can investigate more, and you can analyze more and do a lot of things. So I can do it from here. Like I can select and say that I just need to refine results by selected or exclude results by selected. Or from this chart, let's say that I would like to see only the papers under the Web of Science category, which is environmental sciences. I just need to see those 1,600 papers. So I can click on view records, which will show me those papers. And let's say that I would like also to do another analysis for those results. I can see the subcategory somehow from here. I can also see if I'm interested on, let's say, the document types. What are those document types actually, those 1,600 results? So I can see the majority are articles. We have review articles, we have proceeding papers, we have editorial materials, we have early access, we have retracted publication as well. So this is something very, very important, that if there is like any retraction, you can see. So you will be aware of this. So you can also, if interested in research articles only, again, I can view those records and see the analysis. If I want to see who's the affiliations actually, who's the entities behind those 1,600 papers, I can see the majority is coming from Centre National de la Recherche Scientifique, CNRS, 46 papers, 42 from Chinese Academy of Sciences, 36 from Swiss Federal Institution. So I can see the top institutions who are publishing, who are producing paper according to my to the things that I'm interested in. So this is also something really great. If I want to see also, let's see, the publication titles, those 1,600s, where they are published, I can see 207, which is 12% are published in the journal Water, and there is like 9.4% it is in Water Science and Technology. So I can see the top titles where the papers that I'm interested in, the things I'm interested in, is publishing in. And this I can also use it if I have a manuscript, if I have a research paper in the same kind of subject and area. So I know that I can reach out to Water or Water Science and Technology to propose my manuscript and try to publish with it. So this is also another great thing that you can do when do the analyze results. You can even see the countries, who's the top producer of papers, the papers that I really like, and it is into my research kind of area. I can see China. It is around 20% of the papers are published and produced by Chinese kind of institutions. There is like 281 in USA. So also you can see the top contributing countries as well. So this is really, really great. There's a lot of things, actually, a lot of filters you can use in order to somehow help you analyze the results that you are interested in. This is also another great thing that you can do within the Web of Science platform. Something also you can do is, let's say that, Anas, you know what, this paper, for instance, it received 1,827 citations. I'm really interested in this paper. So if there is like anyone is citing this paper, I really need to be informed. So I can create a citation alert. So if anyone is citing this paper, I'll be notified because I'm really interested in this paper. This is also something really good. I also can, like, for those results, I can also create alert. So I did my search here on water treatment and wastewater treatment. It is in the category of environmental sciences. It is open access. I found 1,687 documents. I can create alert. So in this case, if any paper is actually produced and it is within the same kind of things I've selected, I can be notified. So this is also will keep me up to date with my interest, with my research kind of interest. Another great thing that you can use, which is citation report. If the number of results is 10,000 and below, you can use this kind of citation report, which will show you the number of publications and the number of citations among the years. So you can see if this is a trendy kind of topic or not. So this is also great kind of thing that it will help you somehow see the trend of this paper. We have papers from 1986, but this topic became more somehow influential, and there's like more papers starting somehow from 2016. You can see that 77 publications received 1,100 citations, and it became more and more. So this is really some kind of hot topic. After 2022, the number of publication went down, but the citations, again, it is more, which is like showing you how is really the trending kind of thing. So this is also something really great. If you are interested on those publications and the citations, you can even see each one of those records and the number of citations they received among the years. Also, if you would like to go and investigate more, open this record, analyze those citations, see who's citing this paper a lot, from where, who are the people who are citing it, the institutions, affiliations, countries, etc. You can do it. Dr. Ubaidullah, what do you mean by the quality of citation? Here we are only taking the citation itself and the people who are citing those papers, but I'm not sure about what do you mean by quality of citation. But speaking about citation, there is something also very, very, very great that you can do. So if I just go back, now I want to show you this kind of filter, which is enriched cited references. We are also using artificial intelligence here. So in April 2021, okay, we starting looking into the citations, and we used an AI engine to somehow go and see those citations and referencing and those kind of things, and add more context about why and how papers are cited. So if I filter this, enrich cited papers, references, and filter by them. By the way, Dr. Ubaidullah Anwar, no way we will put citations here from predatory journals. Why? Because what we have here, as I mentioned, the best of the best journals in the world. So we are only indexing those journals and those conference paper proceedings, books, etc. If there is like any predatory journals, we will never put it here, because we have people who are really evaluating and making sure that there is no predatory journals. So we are not capturing any citation from any other places rather than the content in Web of Science core collection. This is very, very important. But this may help you also knowing and somehow be more like to understand more about the citation, okay, provide, as I mentioned, context about why and how papers are cited. So when I activated this enrich cited references, and again, this is not for everything. We starting doing this from 2021 till now. So in this case, you will find the papers, there is like a mark enrich cited references. And if I open this, I will see that there is like indication enrich cited references. So when I click on it, we will see inside the paper itself, in the different places in the paper. So, you know, in the paper, we have introduction, we have results, we have methods, we have conclusion, discussion, etc. Right? So we will see how the authors cited their references. So for this paper, there is 55 cited references. 27 of them, they are into the introduction part of their research paper. 31 in the results, and there is nothing in the discussion. And those in the 27 in the introduction, all of them are actually to provide background for this paper. So I will know now, I will understand that, you know, those citation, those references were used in the background kind of section within the introduction part of his paper or their paper. So I will know better how people are using their references and where exactly. There is some reference were used in the support argument within the results. There is some used in the discuss kind of part within the results. So you will know more and more how authors are citing references and where exactly. And when you see references are next to each other, this means that they are somehow more likely or more into the same kind of thing. And by the way, I can see where exactly this reference was mentioned, and I can see the in-text mention as well. This is another great idea and a great thing that we are doing. And again, this feature is not available for everything, but it is available for records were published after April 2021. But this will also add more context and provide you with a lot of things that you can use. Okay, so this is the enriched cited references. So this is what I would like to somehow show you when searching about the document. We saw how we can search, how we can refine, use the filters, analyze the results, create citation report, create alerts, export results, etc. If I want to go back to the search here, I can also find and search by researchers. So let's say that I'm interested on a specific researcher. I can search by last name and first name. So I know a researcher. He's one of my father's friend. He's Dr. Naif Darwish in American University of Sharjah. So I can search. I know his last name is Darwish and his first name is Naif. So you will see that basically the name should be there in order to come. So if it is not coming as part of the results, this means that it is not there. But we have millions of researcher profiles, and I can come here and search by Dr. Naif Darwish. So here we will see anyone with like Naif Darwish is there. You will find part of the results. Some results there is this green tick, and some of the results with no tick. This tick means that this person, he actually created his researcher profile and he claimed his researcher profile. If no tick is there, this means that we, using our algorithm and our AI engine, we found records under this name. So we grouped them together and we created a profile automatically for this person. So let's say Dr. Naif Darwish, in this case, can come and can say that he can claim those two profiles, okay, and those will be added to his original one. So in your case, if you found that there is like multiple profiles under your name, you can claim them and you can manage them and merge them together so you can handle one profile. So if I want to go to Dr. Naif Darwish in this case, I can see his profile. I can see his published names because sometimes people may use different kind of names, as you know, when searching for, when publishing their papers. We can see the organizations that he used or he published within those organizations. And you can see that basically the top one means that the recent paper that he published, his affiliation was American University of Ras Al Khaimah. It is not about the number of papers, it is about the recent paper. So and those are all the affiliations, all the organizations that he used to be part of. Those are the subject categories his papers are into, and I can see all his publication. He has 66 publication within Web of Science, and if you remember during the presentation I said even if you can add your publication even if they are not in Web of Science core collection, you can add them manually. Let's say that you published in local journals in Pakistan, you can add them manually, it will be listed here, but all the calculations, all the H index and the impact and those kind of things will not actually take the information from the content which is not indexed in Web of Science core collection. Okay, so I can see all his publication here. This one, the dashboard, I can open the dashboard to see more details about his publication, his performance over the years, the number of citations he received, and the H index as well. So H index here is basically, it is a combination from his research papers and the citation received. So when I see 27, means that he has at least 27 papers with at least 27 citation. So this is somehow, the more H index means that he has more papers and he received more citations. Okay, I can see even here the impact, which is really very, very amazing thing. The author impact being plot. We will see the number of papers that he published among the years, okay, and the number of citations he received. When you are more into 100, this means that you are very, like your paper was well received and it is very, very influential and more people are citing it. When it is less, this means that it is less influential. And then we have the average kind of thing, okay? Average each year. So in 2013, we can say that the annual citation percentile for Dr. Naif is around like 79. Each year we have like different ones, and this is his average performance. We can see also the citation map. Who's citing my work? From which institutions? Which authors? So this is very, very important because I can see and I can build some kind of network and relationship when I see a lot of people or a specific person or institution are citing my work. I can reach out to them. Maybe we can work together on some project or to gain some fund, etc. This is also something really great. I can zoom in to see more and know more about each place, each institution. As you can see, Dr. Naif is, mashallah, very active. If Dr. Naif added any peer review that he did, we can see all the peer review work he did and how many like reviews he did per month, per year. And this is also a very good indication. If you have access to Derwent Innovation, you can see who's citing my papers, like what are the patents citing my papers, which is another good thing that you can use. So a lot of great things you can do when searching for profiles. And when adding your profile here, people can see the amazing work that you are doing. I know that we took really longer than 1 hour. I'm really, really sorry, but there was like a lot of discussion, a lot of great questions. So I think this is enough for now. I don't need really to take more time from your time. And I would like to see if there is like any question or anything you would like to know before we officially close and end this training. Dr. Ubaidullah, you said we can. When can we expect you sharing guidance on accessing the list of impact researchers? So, if you are asking about impact researchers, mean the highly cited researchers, we have each year. I'm not sure if this is your question, but also this is for you and for the rest of the team. Each year, our team at ISI, Institute for Scientific Information, we publish what are the highly cited researchers, the people who are really impactful, who did amazing job. So every year we publish, and we published the recent one last month. So you can see the top performing, highly cited researcher, most influential researcher, and I can share this with you and with the rest of the team, no problem. So highly cited papers, I will share this with you later on, no problem. Aisha is mentioned such sets and graph available for articles in a particular area, such as number of articles, their country of origin, etc. As you just have shown for citation. If I'm understanding well, Aisha, what I just showed you is the documents that this researcher did and how it was cited and used and from where. This is something related to the researchers themselves. So to give you an example, let's say that I would like to see organization. So I want to see ComSat, okay, University Islamabad. I want to see the authors from ComSat institution. There is more than 5,000 researchers that part or like part of their somehow publishing journey were in ComSat, and they will be here. So I can see Dr. Nadim, Javed Nadim, number one, and there is tick. So this means that he claimed his profile. So if I want to go and see and check his profile here, I can see the details for Dr. Nadim Javed, and I can see that this is his information. This is the university that he's currently worked in, because he just like highlighted this in his public profile. Those are his published name, subject categories, etc. Those are his paper. Mashallah, he has more than 800 papers. But as you can see here, publication index in Web of Science are 879. In the one in core collection, 787. And when we do this kind of analysis, we are doing it only in the core collection content, because we do have, as I mentioned, preprints. Maybe you have dissertations, you can add them. You can have local publication, you can add them. But when we do analysis, it will be only on the content available in Web of Science core collection. So those are his papers. I can see this is his performance. More than 787 publications, received more than 12,000 citations, more than 8,000 from articles. I can see the patents, and I can see his performance. I can open the dashboard. So here we are talking about Dr. Nadim Javed, and this is his performance and the citations received. Mashallah, he's really active. His H index is 54, means that he has 54 papers with at least 54 citations. I can see who's citing, how's he's doing. He's mashallah. Most of his papers are actually very highly accepted and cited in their field. So this make him one is of the greatest people. As I can see the people who's citing it from where, which institutions, which country, again for this particular researcher. So this is also something really great that you can use, and you can identify a lot of information out of this kind of map and details. So hopefully it's clear for you, Miss Aisha. Okay, any other question, ladies and gentlemen? And again, I'm really, really sorry for taking so long, but because there was like a lot of questions, mashallah. So, and great questions, by the way. Anything else? Anything which is not clear? So in my presentation, I will share the presentation with everyone, and you can keep it as a reference. You can also see we have lib guides, we have training materials, we have videos. Everything will be shared with you, inshallah. So you'll have it as a reference. The recording itself, it will be with you as well. So I will share it later on, and you can keep it as a reference to come back to it later. And you can reach me at any time if you have a question, or if you have any comment or concern. You can reach me on my email address or my phone number or my LinkedIn account as well. So that's it from my side. I want to see if there's like any thing, any comment before we officially close this. Mr. Sayed, please go ahead.
Thank you, Anas, for giving such a detailed presentation and brief introduction about this useful product. I understand that 1 hour is not enough to completely cover this product. Hopefully, in the subsequent session, we'll give opportunity to our colleague to learn about this important product. Thank you very much. last but not the least, thank you very much for your support and guidance.
Thank you, Mr. Sayed. And I would like to add to what you said is that I need you please to go and practice and try it and see if there is like any question, anything. Feel free to reach out to me, or maybe you can prepare a list of questions and send it in one email if there is like some questions, and I can do my best to highlight and answer all those questions. Because the main benefit here is that we need really to utilize this amazing content and platform. So whatever any question, anything is not clear, just feel free to reach me directly or reach the management at HEC, and then you can share those questions with me. But please go ahead, try, see yourself, create profiles, and use this amazing tool. And you can analyze, you can do a lot of things which will for sure enhance your skills and hopefully your research, which will affect Pakistan as a whole, inshallah. Again, many thanks for every single one of you. And hopefully I will see you tomorrow for our next session on journal citation reports, where I will be talking about the evaluation of journals. What are the top performing journals? I will speak about the impact factor. I will speak about what we call journal citation indicator, and a lot of useful things for you. So I look forward to seeing you again, inshallah, tomorrow. Meanwhile, if you have any question, feel free to reach me. And barakallah fikum wa shukran wa khudafis.